McCarthy.
Thanks for being here. And when I read about Circle in the paper, sort of my heart went out to you guys because from a conflict of interest, I'm involved in an approved housing body. I know, you're trying to solve all the problems of the world, and when you're given new opportunities, they look really, really good, and so you then expand, and the next minute you realise the potential is to overexpand. So I know that, wearing my own hat, I've seen that firsthand, and thank God it hasn't happened and we haven't overexpanded. But I'm just looking at yourselves, and on what date did you realise that we have a problem with corporate governance?
Yeah, Senator, I want to ask John to answer that particular question. I was outlining that I started as chair last June, so I wouldn't have the full history.
So I suppose what I'm saying, John, is when did the amber lights start flashing? Was that minuted? When was the first report?
Thanks for the question, Senator, and again recognising the great work that you do with Tiglin and the other organisations that you're involved with. In respect of the board have been dealing with and looking at and considering a number of the issues over quite a period of time. So over the last couple of years, we've been looking at and considering plans and processes that would enable us to build greater capacity to deliver the homes that we're looking at. As has already been pointed out by one of the deputies, that the two construction projects go back quite a bit, so 2019 and 2020. But it's only in the last couple of years that, because of the level of development that we've been doing from a forward purchase perspective, that we've started to see the growing concern and reliance upon an overdraft, which was one of the critical things, which was being cleared on a regular basis. So the expansion
was based financially on an overdraft?
Yes, short term, but it was actually up and down. So yeah, from that perspective, we would be waiting for funds to come in and then for pay off the overdraft, as it were. But we got extended a little bit from that perspective. So the board have been looking at possibilities of how we deal with that over the last couple of years, and then in about 18 months ago, we were in discussion with the HFA in respect of how we were dealing with that, and then under a normal assessment process that was being considered, and again with the approved housing body regulatory authority, under a normal assessment process, these questions were being discussed and looked at, and it's in that period.
18 months ago, John?
Sorry, 18 months with the HFA, but only in the last 6 months or so. With
6 months.
Okay.
And has there been any expansion since that 6 months? Since you realised we have a problem, was there any expansion after that?
No new commitments have been made in that period of time. And in fact, that's one of the decisions that the board took to de-risk at that point in time. We ceased the construction projects.
Okay. How many were ceased?
In total, 355 homes in total.
Okay.
Yeah.
And has somebody taken up that flak? Or they?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So all bar 60 of them at this moment have a guaranteed home to go.
Okay. So the delivery of those new homes, 350, has that been delayed or?
Fortunately, we can say no at this point in time. All the homes that were due for completion are reaching completion with a new AHB. Sorry, as in not us, other AHBs, not new, but other AHBs, and. The two construction projects weren't due for delivery till late 27 or early 28, so they're still on target, as it were, for delivery.
Okay, can I just ask, Santry, Marrowbone Lane, you're in talks to transfer these to other AHBs or councils. How many units are in Marrowbone Lane and how many in Santry?
It's 33 for, it's 33, I'm always getting them the wrong way around. It's 33 for Santry and it's 35 for Marrowbone Lane.
I presume apartments in Marrowbone Lane?
Yes. Both apartments, both sets of apartments.
Okay. And can I ask, how many agreed transactions have you had to withdraw from?
14.
14?
Yeah.
So it just looks like you not only overexpanded, but I mean the overexpansion was fairly extreme. So I'm just wondering, Liz, and my heart goes out to you. That's why I'm asking this question, because I know we were doing an expansion there recently. It was meant to be 1 million, so not an issue. It came back at 4.5 million, and I thought, where the heck did this go wrong? So architects, everybody getting around a table, and somehow that was lost in translation. So we had to pull it. So I know exactly. But how do you stop this from happening again? Because if you go over on one project, fine, but to have 14. Is somebody wasn't keeping their eye on the ball. So just how do we make sure that that doesn't happen again?
Yes, Senator, as you referred to Les, you might just outline just how we're, the plan we're implementing and
Absolutely.
what we're doing.
But the 14 was a board decision, I suppose, to step back, but in response to ABRA's assessment, we've developed an action and implementation plan. And we've been consulting with ABRA over the past number of months in relation to that, and that clearly sets out, I suppose, the key deliverables and what we need to be doing in relation to governance, finance, property and asset management and so on.
Are you confident they're all going to be met, Liz?
We are confident. It is overseen by an implementation group. We're reporting directly into the board on that. We've ensured that the capacity is there to deliver that plan. So we're very confident over the next 9 months, and particularly I suppose that plan is about embedding and assuring something like this doesn't happen again. It isn't just the actions we're taking right now, but it is very much about how we do our work, our processes, and embedding those throughout the organisation.
I will say I know people that live in Circle housing, and I mean what you do is fantastic, but how quickly the saviours can become the bad boys because of bad governance. So it's a case of making sure every I is dotted and every T crossed. Thank you, Ciara. Thank you.